Hi, my name is Dan Corral, and I'm here to talk a little bit today about retaining quality support staff in the after school programming world and implementing a career development program. Currently at Completely Kids, I am a curriculum developer, and so let's get started with our presentation. So here's our agenda for today. First, we're going to learn a little bit about just the average job tenure, and actually the first three parts today we're going to talk about the reason why support staff leave, the reason why turnover is so prevalent not only in our nation but also here at Completely Kids. We see a staff turnover about every 18 months or so, and then we're going to go into the importance of quality support staff. Now, as we all know, support staff are essential and super important to impact our kids. And after all, we're Completely Kids. We're here to make an impact on our youth, on our future, on our kids. And then we're going to end by talking about a career development program. And that is what's going to be really important because that is what I'm going to propose for Completely Kids here so that we can develop something to retain staff and impact our kids. So let's go ahead and get started. As we can see here on the average tenure chart that I've pulled up, millennials on average have job turnovers every 2 years. Full disclosure, I'm a millennial. But we can also see that baby boomers last about 7 years in a job on average, and Generation X about 5. But us millennials last about 2 years. And currently, the large population at Completely Kids is mainly college students, which tend to fall within the millennial time frame. So this is the population that Completely Kids is dealing with, specifically to support staff. So let's talk about the reasons, though, that a lot of our support staff leave. A lot of them leave because they're not getting enough hours. The way that Completely Kids is structured, as we all know, is that we have support staff that have hours between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. and sometimes until 7. Now the issue with that is if they wanted another part-time job to get more hours, not a lot of places start around 7. And we're Monday through Friday, which eliminates a lot of time for them to go to another job, just simply because of our hours. And also since we are funded by donors and we're funded by grants, we have a lot of different funding sources that sometimes limit the hours of our programs. And so we can't give a lot of the support staff hours perhaps that they need. And I'm going to talk more about funding as the presentation goes on. Then we have a lot of staff that leave for full-time employment. The reason they leave for full-time employment is, well, they graduate. Like I said, a lot of our staff are from college primarily, so after they graduate, they move on. For example, I was a program coordinator or site director at Norris Middle School, and I actually had staff retention for 2 years. And within those 2 years, the only staff that left were because they got full-time jobs. And studies have also shown that a lot of staff leave because of a lack of career development. Now, here at Completely Kids, we have great professional development that helps staff attain different classroom management skills, different ways to deal with kids, and those are phenomenal and those are great. But what we really want to see is career development, something that once they graduate, they have a form of security, they have skills that they can take to the workforce. Maybe they're not going to work with kids, maybe they're going to work in administration, maybe they're going to work in the nonprofit world in different areas, and so they need more skills. Maybe they need management skills, administrative skills, and so forth. So that's why career development programs are so important. But let's continue. As we can see here in this chart, the majority of people leave because of their relationships with managers. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about that today because actually at Completely Kids, as you can all testify, we have great staff appear to have great relationships with their managers. But the one thing I want to focus on, because Completely Kids doesn't really have issues with relationships with managers or compensation. Actually, Completely Kids does a great job of compensating their part-time staff. I want to focus on career development, which is the second reason people leave. They don't get the skills that they need, so they move on. And the importance of keeping quality support staff is essential to Completely Kids, because a quality support staff means a consistent caring adult for our youth. In elementary schools, generally it's from kindergarten through 5th grade. In middle schools, it's from 6th grade through 8th grade. And so the importance of keeping a high quality staff impacts our kids in such that it creates higher academic achievements. A consistent adult increases student success. It increases attendance in the school and after school programs. They want to keep coming back because they want to see that caring adult. But most importantly, it creates a safe space for children to develop. When kids feel safe, it's been shown that their development increases. And that's why we want to make sure that we are doing our best to impact our staff who are working directly with the kids. Now, the reason I suggest a career development program is because it's been shown that career development programs compensate and can help retain staff that perhaps there's a lack of upward mobility. And also it creates growth opportunities. They get those skill sets to advance in their careers and what they want, and also provide security for college students. It's been shown in studies that college students want security. They want to know they're going to have those skills to attain those jobs, especially in a competitive world. To develop a career development program, what we really want to start off doing is a survey, seeing what people really want. And then we want to create a system where we can log in all of our information and keep track of where all those staff are so that they can develop in their career. And most importantly, we want to network with universities, with different partners. And the reason for that is we want to make sure that the staff connect with outside agencies. We bring in students from universities. We create development programs to connect our staff with future jobs as well, because then they'll want to stay. Let me give you a quick scenario. We might have students from the university that come on freshman year and they stay on till senior year. That's 4 years in our after school program world, where the students will be, the youth will be able to see those college students for 4 years. That is strong consistency right there. And the reason that we want to really develop these programs for our support staff is because they're the ones that are making the direct impact on our youth. They're the ones that are on the front lines. And ultimately, our goal is to help our youth. Yes, let's get great curriculum. Yes, let's get great activities. Most importantly, it's the staff that are going to implement those activities. So we want that quality staff. We want to retain that quality staff so that they can make an impact on our youth's lives. And that's why I propose that we have a development career program for our staff so that we can retain them and so that we can impact our youth for the future. And once again, my name is Dan Corral. Feel free to contact me. I can send you any references. I can answer any questions in case we don't have enough time today. But let's go ahead and spend some time doing questions and answers.